Alright guys, welcome to MMA on Wheels. It's a bit late in the evening, so we are doing the video from my home right now, not from the car. Alright, let's talk about MMA, let's talk about UFC, let's talk about the last event of the year, UFC on ESPN, Colby Covington versus JOAQUIN Buckley. So, guys, I don't have my notebook with me. Don't know where it is, couldn't find it. So we have those little pieces of paper and they should do the trick. Let's go through the card. Preliminary card: Josephine Knudson versus Piera Rodriguez. Anything can happen. Women fight, I don't care. Davy Grant versus Ramon Taveras. This is a bantamweight fight. I believe that there is going to be a knockout and I'm going to give it to Davy Grant in the first round, first knockout of the night. Moving on, women's flyweight, Miranda Maverick versus Jamie Lynn Hort. Guys, Miranda was supposed to be the next big thing, the next top contender and so on. She fell off a little bit, but she still has the skills and she has like a master's degree in engineering, physics, whatever, she has it. So she has been focusing on those stuff as well. It's hard to balance them. Jamie Lynn Hort, I believe she's undefeated or just one loss, one of those things. It's a hard fight, guys. Anything can happen, but I'm going to give it to Miranda Maverick and I'm going to give her the finish here. Alright, moving on. We have Miles Jones versus Felipe Lima. And last time I bet against Miles Jones wasn't a good choice. And I said to myself, okay, I'm not going to bet against this guy anymore, but I'm going to bet against him. And I believe that Felipe Lima is going to win a decision here. It's going to be a back and forth fight. Both of them are going to be having their moments. First round goes to Miles Jones, the second and third rounds go to Felipe Lima. Alright, moving on. A featherweight fight again. Sean Woodson versus Fernando Padilla. Guys, Sean Woodson is an amazing fighter and I believe that he's going to be at the top of the division in a couple of years. So I'm going to go with a decision win for him, low difficulty. I don't think Fernando is going to be able to stop him. So yeah, decision win for Woodson. And we move on. This is a really interesting fight, guys. We have a lightweight bout between Joe Alvarez, who is like 6'3", that's 191 centimeters, versus Drakkar Klose, keine Ahnung, not really sure how the Americans pronounce it. It would be something like Klose in German, so we're going to give it Klose. So Drakkar, he is the average. He has the average height for this division, 175 centimeters. That's what, like 5'9", something like this. Both of these guys have KO power, both of these guys are amazing strikers, but I'm going to give it to Joe Alvarez. He's going to be using this long reach, he's going to be using his kicks, he's going to be keeping the distance, and he's going to knock out his opponent in the second round. Alright, moving on. And this right here is really a really good fight. It's a lightweight, Michael Johnson versus Otman Azaitar. And in this case, guys, we have Michael Johnson, who's 38, 39 years old. He's been in the division for ages. He has had some success. He lost a couple of fights. An interesting thing about him, guys. Michael Johnson wins the fights he is supposed to lose and he loses the fights he is supposed to win. I believe that this fight was set up by the UFC to allow Otman Azaitar to avenge his loss, not avenge, but, you know, come back from his loss and enter the division by beating a veteran like Michael Johnson. But in my opinion, Michael Johnson is going to win a decision here and it's not going to be close, guys. Alright, we are moving on to the main card. We have an interesting light heavyweight fight between two guys with interesting names. We have Navajo Sterling, a New Zealander, versus someone whose name I can't really pronounce. Not really sure how to pronounce it. It's Tuko Tokos. So we have two young fighters. Navajo Sterling has 5 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws, and Tuko has 10 wins, 4 losses, and he lost his last fight via submission. So I'm going to go with Navajo. Both of these guys, same height, same weight and so on, same walk around weight, but Navajo has the reach, and I believe in the light heavyweight division, if you have the reach advantage, you're most likely going to be winning the fight, and we know that this fight is going to be a striking matchup, so yeah, it's going to be a knockout, first round knockout for Navajo. Moving on, we have a bantamweight fight, Adrian Yanez, Daniel Marcos. The thing is, with Adrian Yanez, he's either going to get knocked out, or he's going to knock you out. I'm going to give this fight to Marcos. I think he's going to knock out Yanez, and I believe he's going to be in the second or third rounds, not in the first round. Alright, moving on, guys. Another light heavyweight bout between Vitor Petrino, who actually lost his last fight against Anthony Smith, and in my opinion, Vitor had all the options, all the chances to win this fight. He just needed to calm down, not rushing like this, and he would have won, but he didn't do this. He's pretty young, it's early in his career, he doesn't really have the experience. Anthony Smith had the experience, and yeah, he won. And Vitor Petrino is going to be fighting a veteran in the MMA and kickboxing worlds, Dustin Jacoby. So we have two options here. It's either going to be a knockout for Petrino or a decision win for Dustin Jacoby. I don't see this fight going any other way out of those two. We move on to flyweight Manel Kape versus Bruno Silva. Boring decision for Manel Kape. And we have two more fights, guys. The co-main event, we are having a veteran like Cub Swanson fighting another veteran, Billy Quarantillo. In my opinion, guys, it's going to be a really interesting striking matchup. And I believe that Cub Swanson has the edge here. I believe that Cub is going to win this fight. It's going to be really, really close, maybe a split decision. And I think that Cub Swanson is going to retire after this fight. Retiring at the end of the year, right before Christmas, on a win. Amazing. What can you wish for? What more can you wish for? So, guys, last fight. You can see that I have a lot of information on my small piece of paper. Colby Covington and JOAQUIN Buckley. We have Colby, who fought for the title 3 times. He's an interesting fighter, guys. He's a cardio machine, amazing wrestling. Wrestling so good that Usman had to strike with him in their matches. So, yeah, Colby is interesting. He shows up sometimes and gives us amazing fights like those two against Usman. And sometimes he's quite boring. That last fight against Leon, was it the layoff? I'm not really sure, guys. But Colby didn't do anything. And if you remember the fight, I believe it was the 4th or 5th round, Colby took him down with ease, held him down. He could have won this fight, guys. Had he done this the whole 5 rounds, he would have won the fight. He would have been the champion. We wouldn't have had, we wouldn't have Belal as a champion. Belal Muhammad, I remembered his name. So, the question here is, which Colby are we going to see? Is it the Colby that fought against Usman? The Colby that didn't give up? Or do we get to see this Colby that fought Leon? This Colby who maybe was injured, maybe just got too old, or maybe he didn't train at all, or was it ring rust? I don't know, guys. If we see this Colby, JOAQUIN is going to knock him out. If we don't see this Colby, it's going to be a really interesting fight. On the other hand, we have Buckley. Buckley moved down from middleweight. In middleweight, he had his moments. If you remember, guys, he had an amazing knockout with a spinning back kick, if you can call it that. It was against Impa Kasanganay, who is actually, or was, I believe he lost, the light heavyweight champion in PFL. So, Buckley has the power, Buckley has the knockout power. He can kick you and knock you out, he can punch you and knock you out, just like he did against Wonderboy. And ever since he moved down to welterweight, he has been destroying people, guys. Buckley is a top contender, you can't take this from him. He was supposed to fight against Ian Machado Gary. We saw Ian fight Shavkat Rakhmonov. Amazing fight, we can comment on it sometime. And now his opponent is Colby. So, what do those guys have in common? Absolutely nothing. Colby is a bit taller, but he's skinnier, he doesn't really cut weight. Meanwhile, you have Buckley, who is the bigger fighter, the bigger guy. He needs to cut weight to make welterweight. He needs to cut a bit more weight compared to Colby. I'm not really sure who has the reach advantage, didn't check this. But we have a cardio machine. Because, guys, Colby can go on and on and on for 10, 15 rounds. He can wrestle you, he can strike with you. He just needs his chin to be able to withstand the punches. His wrestling, top level, as I said, one of the best wrestlers in my opinion in MMA. I know a lot of people hate him, but hey, it's true, he's one of the best wrestlers. Or should I say one of the best American wrestlers, because if you take the Dagestani or, I don't know, Armenian guys, they're levels above the American wrestlers. Anyways, JOAQUIN, as I said, he has the strength, the power advantage. He's explosive. Compared to Colby, JOAQUIN Buckley is like a rocket ship. He will just explode, hit you in the face, kick you, push you, and it's going to be like a storm. Meanwhile, Colby is patient. He's going to be punching, he's going to be winning on points, he's going to be trying to win on points, he's going to be shooting for takedowns all the time. He fails the takedown, he shoots again, fails the double leg, shoots for a single leg, and so on, guys. We know that Colby has pretty decent striking, but I believe that JOAQUIN has the edge there. So the question here is, guys, which Colby do we get? If we get, as I said, the Colby that fought Leon, JOAQUIN is going to knock him out and fight for the title next, probably. Or maybe not. Maybe he's going to fight Jack Dea Medalena or Ian Gary. We don't know. However, if Colby wins, if this fight goes on past rounds 1 and 2, Colby will take over. Colby is going to tire JOAQUIN Buckley. He's going to wrestle him. He's going to take his back. He might even submit him, guys. If he doesn't submit him, it's going to be a decision win for Colby. So, what happens if Colby wins? I believe that Colby is going to get a title shot. He's not getting any younger. He's 36, going to be 37. He is best buds with Dana and with Donald Trump. So, just based on politics, Colby is going to get a title shot if he wins this fight. And I believe Colby said that he's going to get a title shot. So, yeah, my final prediction, guys. Colby Covington winning in the latter rounds, maybe a submission, maybe a decision, but Colby is going to win. If it's a submission, it's going to be in the 4th or 5th rounds. If it's a decision, it's going to be 3 rounds to 2 rounds for Colby. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you think about the fights. Tell me who your favorites are. And if you believe that my opinion is wrong, feel free to share your opinion. And yeah, about the channel, guys, really quick before we end this video. I'm going to be changing locations. I'm going to be changing the name, as I said before. And if you have any ideas for a new name, leave them in the comments. Alright, guys, thank you and enjoy the fights. Bye bye.